Thanks for tuning in to another episode of WGC Fits. Today we are going to be looking at the two newest options for the Ping I series. We're going to be looking at the i525 and the i59. Ian is going to be our tester today. Everybody say hi to Ian. For starters, Ian, just go ahead and hit some shots. I want some feedback from you after you hit a few, and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the kind of differences between the two clubs. Sound good?
Sure.
Tell me about what you're feeling as you're hitting the shots, please.
Okay.
So you're playing T100 irons,
S's.
correct?
T100 S's.
S's, okay. So those are going to kind of sit almost right in between the two irons we're testing today.
That one felt good.
To give you a reference point.
That one felt good but firm.
Good but firm, okay.
And I'll tell you, it looked the whole club head looks rounded.
A little rounded, okay.
Compared to my Titleist, which is
Your
like
Titleist has definitely a little bit more of a I don't know, a flatter look, but I see what you mean where you
like
say rounded.
Square.
That's a good look, yeah. That's a good line. Now, just so everyone's aware, we have these both fitted today with Ian's shaft of choice, which is a Rifle Project X 6.5. It is about a 1/4 inch longer than standard, and they are standard lie angle. So you can take away some of the variables from the get-go.
That was a good one too. Definitely a lot higher than my other one.
Should produce a much higher ball flight. So this falls into the player's distance category, right? So a little bit stronger in loft. I want to say this one is right around 30.5 maybe. Let me check real quick. Yeah, 30.5 degrees on this one from a loft standpoint.
They feel heavy too. I don't know.
That's the interesting part.
Yeah.
That I'm not sure about. I honestly don't know what the head weight is this compared to your T100S. So.
Okay. That was just a bit of a miss. Whee!
Now, how would you describe? You said these feel a bit firm.
Yeah.
Right. How would you describe your irons from a feel standpoint? Soft, firm.
Not this.
Not that.
I don't know how else to say it. Like the Mizunos were very soft.
Mizunos feel soft, okay.
But my Titleist was like right in the middle of these.
So right between Mizuno and
these pigs.
And these, okay. Well, the interesting thing will be what this one feels like versus the next iron we're going to hit.
Okay.
So this is a hollow iron.
Yeah.
So that might have something to do with the feel here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know that hollow irons are there to help us produce some launch, help us produce some ball speed, right? Creates a little bit of a perimeter weighting idea, which helps us with some off-center hits, right? Which is never a bad thing.
No.
So let's hit a few more, and then we're going to switch it up, and we're going to see what the 59 feels like.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Now, do you feel like you could turn this over if you wanted to?
Let me try. I normally don't play a draw, so.
We're just testing workability a little bit, right? This is a player's distance iron, so this is something we want to be able to work a little bit. So try to hit a draw. I want 2 draws and I want 2 purpose cuts.
That was me trying to draw it. Just stayed straight on me. I mean, it started where it should have.
It's close. I mean, and what honestly we could be seeing here is, right, because this does have a lot more help than your iron, it might be actually a little bit more difficult for you to turn over if you have to.
Yeah.
You know? Try one more.
It's definitely easier to stay open.
Mm-hmm. A little more MOI, right?
Yeah. Little baby draw.
Little baby draw. We'll take that. Out of the cut guy that Ian is. Let's go. Let's get 2 good cuts in here now.
Yeah, it's definitely easier to stay open with this one.
Interesting.
That was a cut. Little baby cut.
So what we can see here is based off our test here, right? I think in general, the type of player who might be interested in the i525 would be someone who wants a little bit of help, someone who maybe wants to get a little more distance out there, not necessarily someone who is going to put a super high priority on being able to work the ball a really large amount, but someone who definitely can get a little bit of a draw or a little bit of a cut here and there when they need to. But in general, someone who just kind of wants to go out, have some fun, and hit the ball a little higher and a little longer, which is not a bad thing. So Ping i525, good club. If you're interested in these, come see us at Windmill Golf Center. All right.
So tell me about this one.
We're going to be testing the Ping i59. Now this is something that's kind of going to be geared more towards you're a little bit of a better player. I'm not going to say this is probably the easiest club to hit out there. However, this is going to be quite a workable club, and it should be quite a workable club. But there's also a couple of unique kind of tech things going on with this club that I think are kind of separating a little bit from the rest of the competitors in this players category, if you will. So let's hit some, Ian. Let's see what you got.
I can already tell it feels a little more lighter.
Okay.
And I can definitely see there's more loft.
Talk about the look of the club. Definitely has
still
more loft.
Soft edges.
This one has 34 degrees versus 30.5.
It still has soft edges, but the leading is a little more square than the other one, which I like. But
how about size?
Good.
Size looks good to you?
Yeah.
A little bit smaller than the 5.25?
It is a little smaller. That hossel's getting close. Ooh. Felt softer.
Now this one is still hollow,
Yeah.
but this one has a little bit of a different core going on. This one's got actually an aluminum core, which kind of helps produce more of a solid but pure feel.
Interesting. It did feel different, less firm, I guess.
It's a little softer, right?
Yes.
A little more like a traditionally forged club.
Definitely more workable. Because I could feel myself close the toe a little extra on that one. These are nice.
Now, some of the interesting things from a tech standpoint on this club are they have a little bit more grooves on there.
I can see that. I noticed the more groove.
Which is actually something that is going to help kind of maintain some spin, like say some first cut situations or like some morning like wet rough kind of stuff, right? And then it's also going to help overall, I think, produce a little bit more of a consistent spin model. And I think from doing other testing with other clubs in this category, this club goes a little bit higher than you would generally expect for a club like this, doesn't it?
Yes.
You know? Now, it's not competing with height versus a 525, but a little bit of a different category, right?
Yes.
But this is a very interesting club for this category.
I like the dispersion so far.
The front to back dispersion, that's that consistency we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're striping these now. Yeah, that was a good one.
Now, we are seeing that it spins a little bit high, but
Yes.
again, these haven't been properly fit. This is just a shaft that we know Ian likes and has an affinity for.
Correct. But overall, this is a good club head.
Not bad, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is probably a club head that is a little bit closer towards something that you'd be looking for yourself, right? Kind of that better players club, right? A little bit smaller profile.
For the shorter irons, yes. So like a 7-iron, yes. But in the longer irons, I do play the more forgiving.
Like something that's got a little more help to it?
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I can see myself playing this. I mean, that was just a slight miss, but that was okay.
It's right in the same spot, right?
Here, I'll try to draw one for you.
Yeah, let's get a couple draws. Let's get a couple cuts here.
Oh, I tried to draw. Keep going.
Oh, that's a draw. We're calling that a draw.
That was farther.
Which I would suspect a draw to do at times,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, there we go. That's a good one.
So you're definitely having an easier time drawing this one than you would
Oh,
a
yeah.
525. Now
That's
let's
a good
have
draw too, right there.
That's a great draw, right? Now let's have some good cuts here.
Right over the 150, almost. A little too much of a cut, but that was.
It's all right. Still
right where I
showing that
wanted
you
it to
can,
go.
you know, work it both ways, right? And that's something that we kind of want to see out of a club like this, right?
And the back to front dispersion is pretty good too.
Fantastic.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, that was nice.
That was a beautiful little cut. Right up the middle.
This is nice.
That's a nice club, right?
Yeah.
Now,
I love the dispersion.
the thing that I really like about these two clubs is I feel like they add something to the Ping lineup right now that is just nice to see, right?
Yeah.
Something's got a good shape to it, something that's got a nice feel to it, right? And then something that kind of sits really nice in between the super bladed option that they have being a blueprint and then the 425.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah, these are definitely nice.
just kind of put something in there for kind of every player in every different category, which is good. So all in all,
I definitely recommend
like
people trying them out.
there you go. If you want to try them out, come see us. Again, Windmill Golf Center. Thanks for checking out another episode of WGC Fits. Stay tuned and see what happens next time.